What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, the other day, I saw a post over on Twitter by Tom Henderson, and I gotta be honest, I completely agree with everything that he says in this tweet. As you can see right here, one of the best things I did as a gamer last year was to stop watching content creators and streamers that think the game and its content needs to be made for them. When you cut out the negativity like that, even on a subconscious level, games are so much more enjoyable. And I gotta be honest, especially on this channel as well. I know tons of people always say that, I'm always forcing my opinion across, when in reality, I never do. And the majority of the time in my videos, I'm always mentioning this because like I said, I know people are like that where they won't listen to anything I say and they'll just critique it that way. But it's just my opinions. Everything that I say in my videos are my ideas, my opinions. Nothing is true, nothing is false. I'm just expressing how I feel about something. That's it. Nothing I say should dictate the future of what, a game is going to be like, a movie is going to be like, a TV series is going to be like. It's just how I simply feel about it. But there are really other people out there who think that they are the only ones that can be correct across the board. Now, I'm not talking about everybody out there, but there are individuals out there. I even see them with my own eyes. It's not something that you're hiding behind the screen no, some people are just literally built to the point where they think they are always right, and they will fight every last point down to the T to make sure that they will never change their opinion about anything, think differently, have a little creative thinking. They're right, and that's the end of the story. And I agree. I don't think you guys should really be, associating yourself or watching people like that because it's only going to be more toxic on yourself. I'm not talking about people who can bring up, actual facts or, want to have a discussion. I'm talking about, like I said, people who are literally not open to any other mindset. You should probably more than likely avoid them. But the cool thing about this post here is that it goes a little bit further. I don't think he's just specifically talking about people, like I said, who only think they're right. I think this is actually a pretty good general topic on just how the human mind works in general. If you as an individual watches nothing but negative content, more than likely that will affect you to the point where you might not enjoy games. You might not enjoy certain, franchises, and you might just not game altogether. And you might think that's absolutely crazy. Me watching content will have nothing to do with my emotions over gaming. But as crazy as it sounds, it really does. There is a part of our brain that does actions, expresses emotions, expresses our beliefs without us even knowing. It just, poof, in a blink of an eye, happens. And of course, we all have control over this, but I would say 95% of people don't control it because it's very difficult. It's not easy to be able to, completely understand your mind and understand what it's trying to do, how it's trying to act, because your brain isn't something that you could just say, stop it, don't do that, because your brain, basically it's you, it's completely alive. Just like how if someone is going to verbally attack you or even physically attack you, you would defend yourself, right? Well, if you're trying to change something about yourself, forcing to change something about yourself, guess what's going to fight back? Your brain, that side of your consciousness that doesn't want to change the beliefs about what is being done. The only way that you can be able to, really soak up, that type of content, because I don't want to say all the ranting content's bad, because I find it hilarious. I watch people like 8 Thoughts or Blame Truth. They're all in my rotation of content creators that I love and enjoy. But you have to keep in mind, I've spent years really diving into these things and really trying to, basically master your mind, not being able to allow certain things to affect how you feel at the end of the day. It's difficult, but it can be done. And because, I put in years and years and years and years and years and years trying to completely tap into my mind, I can do it. But a lot of people don't have the time. A lot of people don't have, the will to want to try to push that far. So once again, they're watching all of this stuff and they don't know how their brain is actually taking it all in. It really is a crazy topic. If you watch a negative channel 24/7, if you watch negative videos 24/7, it will become a part of almost like your personality. Because the majority of the time that we are soaking up content, whether it's watching YouTube or watching a live stream, watching movies, watching television, all of this stuff, our brains, we think, are shut off. We are in relaxation mode. We don't care. We don't want to have any purpose. We don't want to have to, force ourselves to think. We just want to sit back and relax. But trust me, your brain is not. Your brain is taking all that information in, and while you think, it's doing nothing, it will have a negative effect on you. But once again, like I said, I don't think that people should completely take all negativity out of their rotation. I agree with Tom Henderson saying that, people who, only think they're correct and will never listen to anything logical or any evidence or, whatever proof, stuff like that. It's ridiculous. But for content's content. You should be able to enjoy what you want to enjoy. And it's put there for a reason to, help you basically waste some time, or give you enjoyment of a game, give you some interesting information. But basically the whole point of this is that you have to be able to almost be alert when you're watching this content. Now, of course, this isn't going to be something that you're doing forever, It's just something that you have to kind of get yourself into the rotation of doing, just like how you have to build a muscle memory or, build a good habit. For example, like trying to exercise every day, Some people can do it, but then others have trouble trying to form that good habit because every once in a while they'll slip up and they'll allow that slip up to compound and, get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, they never work out again. It's kind of the same thing with this, but you want to make that a good habit. You don't want to make it a bad habit, You want to make it a good habit. You want to train yourself. You want to, while listening to this style of content, while listening to rants or even positive commentaries, like I said, it's not just negative commentaries that's persuading your mindset on things and, not just gaming, but in life in general. It's also positive content. When you listen to this stuff, you have to, keep in mind, just remind yourself, talk to yourself, that this is content. This is a opinion on the internet and has nothing, to do with whatever, crucial things going on in life. It's just a source of entertainment. If you can remind yourself of this constantly, I would say, a week or two, you could probably train yourself. But for people who might have a little bit more trouble, it might take months, years. But eventually you'll be able to just, like I said, it would just be a naturally good habit. You can watch stuff and you won't even have to think about, what it is. You'll just naturally be fine and it won't even affect you. But it goes a little bit more deeper than that as well, because I think it's not just the content that people consume, but it's also how their beliefs conflict with their moods as well. You see, a lot of people think they're good listeners, but when they think that they're good listeners, they probably think it's like, okay, they're not talking over the other person, right? But no, a good listener is someone who can listen to a topic, listen to an opinion, and not have their beliefs, conflict with the overall topic. Being able to soak up that information realistically without having anything on your mind, and then actually be able to come back and, come back with either an argument or an agreement with a logical explanation. But a lot of people, once again, it's hard. A lot of people don't have the tendency to do that because they don't think that their minds are naturally forcing beliefs out there, but they are. 9 times out of 10, let's say, you're at work, and your boss is, telling you something. Will you really realistically talk back to your boss and say, no, you're wrong. This is completely wrong? No. But I guarantee that whole time you're listening to your boss, in the back of your mind, you're not sitting there with a clean slate. No, you're probably saying, oh, that's completely, I would do it this way. What is he thinking? Why would you, why are you do it? Your beliefs are always conflicting with the overall topic that's going on. People need, once again, it's not easy, but people need to be able to tap into that and understand that their beliefs are always in the back of their head, fighting every single topic, every single word that anybody says. And a lot of these negative videos, it will ruin a lot of people's moods because, once again, they're not open to listening to what the person is saying because it's already negative. It's something that they already know 110% they are not going to agree with. So it already naturally puts them in a bad mood. While they're listening to this commentary, I guarantee, well, not this one right here, but, a commentary about, someone that's talking crap about a game that they love. I guarantee while they listen to that, they're not sitting with an open mind, taking in all the information. No, they're probably fighting back every step of the way. Now, obviously, it's on the internet. It's not like you're saying anything. Maybe you could write a comment, but at the end of the day, you are always fighting back with your beliefs, and it affects your mood. Now, I'm not saying, if you hate what someone has to say, don't, put your words out there on the internet. You're allowed to say, do whatever you want, honestly, as long as it's not out of boundaries, and really bad. Everybody is subject to their own opinion, but not being aware of those conflicting beliefs in the moment will definitely affect your mood in the long run. Because again, you're not taking in the information with a level mind. You're taking in the information with anger, or you might be taking it in the information positively, which means, maybe you'll love the game, or maybe the rest of your day will be fantastic. But like I said, it goes both ways. At the end of the day, I think personally, from my perspective and my personal experience, staying neutral across the board is just the best way of going about anything. I mean, it's the internet, it's television, it's movies. Yeah, let's critique it. Let's have fun. Let's engage in conversation and opinions. But you have to know when you're taking it too far and you're letting it affect your personal life or even just your relationship with gaming in general. If it's pulling you to a point where you don't even want to touch games because of content, I think you should sit back and really, work on your mindset on how you approach these topics and how you approach these games and then come back into the ring. And I guarantee you that, it probably won't change your opinions about games. If you hate a game, it's not going to make you love a game. But it's definitely going to change the way you approach gaming. You'll be a lot more relaxed. You'll be a lot more peaceful. And I'm telling you, I'm very thankful of all these things I practice because, gaming isn't really hitting me like it used to. All these years back, well, it's killing my moods. It's making me pissed off. I can't stand skill-based matchmaking and COD. It's like, all of the above. Once you find how to just get all those emotions out, man, it's a whole different level. And I hope that a lot of you guys are able to go ahead and obtain that. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this too, we do so, Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.